Hey peoples, what's poppin'? It's your boy Jay on the Segway. Today we are not on the Segway, but we are on the ST right now. So this time I'm going to be taking the ST on its first maiden ride using super fuel. And yeah, this is this maiden ride on using super plus fuel, premium in the States. We're gonna go to St. Joseph, Missouri. So this is kind of like a random. I didn't really plan this trip. I just kind of just got on it and just started riding, I guess. It's Saturday. It's the weekend before the 4th of July, which is my birthday weekend. And I was like, man, I feel like going for a ride. So here I am on the ST doing just that. So we're going to go to St. Joseph, Missouri. I figure, hey, I'll go on ahead, and when I get there, I'll probably have some Golden Corral. I haven't had Golden Corral in like maybe 3 years or something like that. So I figure that's just where that's what I put in the GPS. I don't necessarily have anywhere specifically where I want to go. Now, to add on to that, I do want to do a military fort tour, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do it just Kansas only or if I'm going to kind of do the Kansas, Missouri areas, because Missouri has a couple kind of close to Kansas City, or I saw one. I'm not going to say a couple. I saw one. I'm sure there's another one somewhere. And basically, the military, I think they call it a frontier, American frontier scenic byways, kind of runs you through the route that the military, some of the routes that the military used to transport soldiers and supplies. So, wait a minute, where the hell am I going? I need to pay attention to where I'm going. Okay, I need to go left, so I went the wrong way anyway. Anyways, Military Frontier Road is it's going to run you through all the routes that the military used to use, like I said, to transport soldiers and supplies. That's a pretty cool route. I'd like to do it with my buddy Drake, but I don't know if I'll be able to get him to go on such a ride. Rides like that requires time, and it's kind of hard getting us both home at the same time to do rides like that because it takes a while. You may even need a full day to do it, if not 2 days. So I'll probably try to get something like that set up. If he says he can't make it, then I'll just probably go alone. It'd be nice if I can get him on that. Anyways, another route that we have, or a ride that we have that we want to do, is a ride where we're going to Monowi, Monowi. That's in Nebraska, very, 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 very close to the South Dakota border. And we were thinking about doing that also, to visit the lady who's basically a one-man show. She's the mayor. She is the congresswoman. I ain't gonna say the congresswoman, but she is the mayor. She is the only resident of the town. So it would be kind of cool to go visit her and see what life is like for her down up there. It'd be up there since I'm south of her. So like I said, we're gonna go to St. Joseph, Missouri, and I have the Golden Corral set on my GPS. And then after after St. Joseph, Missouri, we're going to head over towards Kansas City and go to Cycle Gear. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with Cycle Gear is a place in the United States. They may have it in Canada. I'm not 100% sure. But it's a place in the United States for sure, 100% for sure, that sells motorcycle stuff. They sell things from apparel to gear, any kind of gear, upper body stuff, your jackets, your pants, your boots, helmets. Um, what else? What else? They sell things like communication equipment to put on your helmets to mount to your bike. They sell undergarments, things that you may need, like stuff for the summer to keep you cool, things for the winter to keep you warmer. They sell all kinds of cool things like that. So If you guys never heard of cycle gear, go on Google Maps. Make sure the area that you want to look at is highlighted, you know, like that is shown on the screen. And then literally in the search bar on the top, type cycle gear. And all the cycle gears within the radius of the view that you have selected, oh shit, I'm getting hit with rain, they will show up on your map, on your Google Maps. Damn, I'm actually getting hit with raindrops. That's crazy. So yeah, you go on ahead and do that, and you will see all the cycle gears that you have available nearest to you. So I have this guy behind me. He looks like he in a real big rush. I just hope this guy doesn't hit me by mistake because he's not paying attention. Gotta watch out for these people, you know. So and here we got this old guy here, you know. And this is the stuff you got to worry about, guys, when you're riding a motorcycle. You got people like this. That was way too damn close. But he did it anyway. What the fuck? Is that one cloud freaking raining on me? That's crazy. Look at him. He's sitting in there, got his mouth open. I didn't see you. And then when you hit me and I'm laying on the ground hurt, that's not going to cut it, you know? And then they're going to look at you and they're going to say you're like 90 years old. Maybe it's time to hang up your license, Grandpa. You know, when you get older, guys, you got to pay attention, man. You just got to pay attention. It's bad enough you got that going against you. You know, and there go the lady behind them in the Honda. That's the one that was just riding my butt. I thought it was a damn dude in there. You know? My average speed, because that's another thing that's, you know, that matters. I find with this bike, just under 4,000 RPMs, 38 to 3,900 RPMs seems to be the sweet spot for the best gas mileage, which lands you around 68 to 70 miles an hour, depending on your tire size and how worn the tires are and stuff like that. So the speedo is 10% off. So when I have the needle at 70, I'm doing 65. You guys can see right there. Drop it down to 70. There we go. 65 miles an hour. So I'm going to try to stay around the speed limits for this entire ride, which most of the time is going to be 65. I think the speed limit is going to be. So I'm going to usually do between 65 and 70. Depending on the traffic that I have to deal with. If there's a lot of cars, I'm going to try to keep the speed up with the flow of traffic because I don't want to slow anybody down. But since it's 4 lanes right here, I'm going to just go on and do the little hang around the speed limit. So that's how we're going to gauge this rain test in particular. We're going to be doing it with the speed limits for the whole ride. Once I get into Kansas City, once I get into St. Joseph, of course the speed limits are going to drop a little bit. So I'm going to be doing, you know, 35, 40, whatever the speed limits in town are. And that's what we're going to be doing. Got to ride like they see you, like they don't see you. So see when I'm coming up on his car, I stay kind of within their mirror's range. The issue with that is people still don't freaking look in their mirrors. Ah, dang it. Hate to see it. People don't use their mirrors, man. You know? Shout outs to the car care products. I think I said that already. Chemical guys, man. I use the glass cleaner. And I spray it on a rag and I gently go over the windscreen and my visor on my helmet, inside and out. Same thing, front and rear, back side of the visor of the windscreen of this bike. And then I dry it off with the other side, just kind of buff out the little streaks or whatever's left over from the initial wipe from the damp side. And that water glided right on off, man. I don't even have any water spots. I think I see some dry water right there in that one spot. But other than that, I don't see any other water spots. And I don't have any on my visor, so Shout outs to Chemical Guys for that. That's their little ceramic coating glass cleaner or glass treatment or whatever. Yeah, that stuff's good. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. You go to Wamego, Kansas. They have a Oz museum. Once again, guys, to find these places, go on your Google Maps and you look for Wamego, Kansas. Make sure the entire town is highlighted on your Google Maps, and type in the search bar on the top. Once you have Wamego highlighted, type on the search bar the Oz Museum, and that's Oz as in O-Z, Oscar Zulu. The Oz Museum. Type that in and look at it. Check it out. Look at the reviews. Look at the ratings out of 5. You know, the ratings on Google Maps is 0 out of 5. 5 being the bomb.com, aka the best in the world. You know, this place is awesome and we loved it. We gave it 5 stars, like a 5-star hotel. And check it out. If that's something you might want to check out, then I'm gonna tell you guys, go for it, man. Shoot, what are you waiting on? All right. If you're Kansas, actually don't get the most tornadoes because the Oz Museum is all about like the Wizard of Oz. Damn, that was a big old armadillo. The Wizard of Oz, you know, that's Kansas, you know, and Kansas, maybe at some point Kansas used to get the most tornadoes, but they really don't. It's really Oklahoma, I think. Northern Oklahoma actually gets more tornadoes. You know what? I better look that up before I tell you guys that. And y'all be like, hey, man, hey, Jay on the Segway, you're wrong as hell, bro. And then I'm like, damn, bro, my bad, fam. And then we just go from there. We want to spit straight facts around here, all right? Straight facts. So don't quote me on that. I'm going to look that up when I get done with this dang all ride. And I'll let you guys know if that's true or not. But Kansas really don't get... Actually, I just had one like 2 weeks ago. It was a freaking tornado by my house. And it was really strong. The doors in the house and the windows, they were pressurizing. So I was like, is this thing like going right over me but hasn't hit the ground or something? It was crazy, guys. There was no damage to the vehicles or the house, you know, thank goodness. But yeah, I had one go right over the house, or very, very close to the point where the windows and the doorways were pressurizing. You can hear that sound like if you're in your car driving on a highway and you got like a 50-mile-an-hour side wind hitting your car, that sound of the air squeezing between the cracks of your door, that's exactly what I was hearing all over the house. It was weird, man. Shout outs to all the emergency workers who be helping people out after stuff like that, because it did tear a couple of buildings down in my town.
That old school traffic light up ahead. This is Holton, Kansas. This is a little traffic square. One of those old towns with a traffic square.
St. Joseph, Missouri. Now, St. Joseph has a lot of History Channel landmarks, as you guys can see on the GPS there. There's tons and tons of places. Good amount of history here for U.S. history. Is it Johnny Cash? I can't remember. If you press the icon on a map, if you can hit it precisely. Pony Express National Museum. That was like a famous artist, Jesse James. His house is down the street and around the corner. So you got things like that, and this GPS will actually tell you, hey, you got this nearby, that nearby. I think you can select what point of interest you want to actually show up on your GPS as a point of interest, which is pretty dope. We're going to go to the little historical downtown for St. Joseph. There's a historical downtown. They go to the Pony Express Museum. You got the, oh, they're like doing something out here. Oh, they got like arrow shooting or something. That's pretty cool. There's always something going on in these little small towns. And you just never know. We're going to go to the old downtown, though, which is going to be the industrial historical downtown. Industrial because you see this building right here? This is a market building. Back in them days in U.S. history, and it's probably like that in Europe as well, because a lot of these people are descendants from Europeans. At least people who helped or directed the building of this area. They're always by railroad tracks. And if they can't be by railroad tracks, they're going to be very close to water, of some sort of water source. So that's something you can always bet on when it comes to historical places. Look at these pretty houses, pretty old homes. Some of them look a little worse for wear, but they're still nice. It's good to see that they're still up here, still up and kicking. So you got stuff like that going on. And now I just gotta try to remember where the downtown is, how to get there. How's it going? But all down there, the waterway down there is down there, and the railroad tracks are down there. In case you guys are wondering, they got these old churches like this with the old wooden doors. You got the Lord of Mercy over there with the little lions around them. Another church. Some of these churches are museums. Like it says Museum Hill. So basically this hill that I'm riding on is full of museums, whether it looks like a church or if it looks like an older building. A lot of them are museums. Basically giving you the history of this area. It looks like some rain up in the distance. St. Joseph Junior College. One-way street. Sometimes you gotta watch out because I was driving last night getting some food, and a young lady in a Dodge Charger went down a complete one-way street that's usually a busy one-way street. But she went down that one-way street the wrong direction, like full send, didn't even know that she was doing that. And, you know, I could imagine someone doing that right now while I'm out here on this motorcycle. And then I get hit with the okie doke, you know. And being on a motorcycle, most of the time, depending on how that bump made me hit the throttle. Depending on how bad the accident is, sorry might not cut it. You know, I might be in the hospital, or I might be paralyzed, or all kinds of things can happen where I'm sorry just won't cut it. So I have to ride this bike like many of you guys already know. It's the same thing with the electric scooters. You really have to ride as if they don't see you. You have to pretend that everybody around you don't see you. So usually in this situation with this white Equinox here, I would be up to his right as close as I can, so that, you know, if they did look in their mirror, or if they did have blindside sensors, it would, the light of their sensor would be on, so they would be like, oh shit, somebody's next to me, you know. But they're a little bit in front of me, so I didn't necessarily need them to see me. I just needed to make sure I was far enough behind them, which I was, so that if they did decide to make a hard left out of nowhere because they had an okie doke moment, I wasn't in their path. So we're gonna go on and switch to the 360 cam and show you guys the historical downtown. Actually, we'll keep this camera on. I'll turn the 360. This is some of the downtown, the old downtown of St. Joseph. Not all of it. All back there to my right. There's a bunch of houses and stuff like that. There's a lot of historical landmarks down that way. So, yeah, if you guys ever come to St. Joseph, Missouri, I think right off the 225, if you're using a GPS, you'll see some History Channel. If you have a Garmin, if you'll see some History Channel landmarks on your screen that you guys can go and check out. It's gonna rain, and you know what? I really don't care. And I'm gonna go to Golden Corral. I should have looked at it before I actually decided to go there, but I think Golden Corral is like a seafood. You know, they do fish and chips type of thing. I think that's what kind of place it is. You know. Not 100% sure. Oh, look at that house right there. Look like a mother effing castle. Damn. That's majestic. John Thomas, attorney at law. Oh, attorney house looking like a castle. That's kind of cool. That's a European design building right there. So, oh yeah, back to the Golden Corral. I think it's a seafood type of place, you know, fish and chips kind of joint. I think. Not 100% sure. But I'm going to find out here in a little bit. I'm going to find out. Yeah, Golden Corral, buffet. Yeah, that was going to work. I'll just go to McDonald's instead. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we will not be going to Cycle Gear. I had a change of heart along the way because don't do it. Don't you do it. Just stay right there, my man. Thank you very much. I decided against Cycle Gear because by the time I get home, I'll probably have about, or I was going to have about maybe 4 hours to take a nap and eat and shower and get all that stuff out of the way before I have to head out and go drive my semi for another 11 hours. I had some McDonald's instead of Golden Corral. I didn't realize Golden Corral was looks like a sit-down kind of place. I mean, I sat down at McDonald's, but I didn't have to be waited on. So you save a couple of bucks just going to McDonald's and just getting you a little simple meal, simple drink, and then take your simple ass and go home to your simple house, or you can go on ahead and make a simple dinner, then take a simple shower and take a simple ass nap before you go to your simple job and perform your simple duties. If I wasn't leaving for work tonight, then I probably would have went to Cycle Gear. That was kind of the whole point, really, to be honest. But yeah, I'll get to do it another day. This summer is going so fast, guys. It seems like every weekend I got something going on, and 90% of the time is nothing that I want to do. So I need to, and next weekend I'm going to go down to Fort Worth and hang out with my homie and shit me and my other friend moved down there. So, police. So I don't know, man. It's just, it's getting kind of dark out here in these streets, baby. So, I can't wait to see what the end result's going to be. I probably won't fill it up when I'm done with this ride. This thing can go pretty quick. It does the quarter mile about the same speed as the ZL1, actually. As funny as that is. But, I'm not that good of a rider, so I wouldn't be able to get it to accelerate that fast, especially from a dig. But that doesn't matter. That's not why I bought this bike. I bought this bike because it was a good highway bike. It's comfortable. Would be nice if I had a 6 gear, but I don't like riding 80 miles an hour, 90 miles an hour. I like doing 65, maybe 70, you know, when applicable. So this bike fits me well. It's extremely comfortable. The suspension is plush. It goes over bumps really nice. It doesn't look intimidating. It doesn't look like somebody wants to fuck with it. You know, that was all kind of important for me also. There was the Concourse, the Kawasaki Concours, and the FJR Yamaha.
And those bikes, they look a lot more sportier to me. More the Concourse definitely does. That's got ZX14 screaming all over it. And but they didn't have the fuel capacity like the ST, and the ST is a little bit better on miles per gallon. And there's just that's what I'm looking for. Something a highway bike that's comfortable, that can still take corners without struggling or without having ground clearance issues, and has a lot of storage. And this bike checks all those boxes. So can't go wrong, guys. Can't go wrong. Guys, so we come to a close in this video. I want to give a shout out to all my subscribers and everybody who watched it. A lot of you probably never watched or never seen or maybe rarely seen any of my moto vlog videos, but this is one of them. I was supposed to go to Cycle Gear, never made it, so I'm just going home. I'm gonna get dinner ready and eat it, shower, nap, and then get ready to go to work, guys. Work vlogs would be boring because I literally do the same route back and forth every time, so I'm not even gonna destroy you guys' patience or time with those type of videos. These videos might be boring too, I guess it depends, but I guess if you guys don't like these videos, just don't watch them. I have more scooter videos coming, but Rodney, aka the CRV, that's my main mode of transportation to get the scooters around. That guy, his heart went out on me, guys, about 2 months ago. So you haven't been seeing any videos, mainly because of that. But he has a new heart now. He has some issues with his speedometer. We went and got that fixed up. And now I just need to get his... This bike feels weird. I need to get his front end fixed, like suspension-wise. And then we'll be in business. I can't get him out of town comfortably without having that feeling that he's going to break on me. So I had to go on ahead and continue to halt. I'll drive him around town to run errands, but I kind of can't take him out of town if I don't want to get stranded somewhere or risk losing my front end and then collapse, and then I'm on the side of the road looking crazy, needing to spend even more money than I'm going to have to getting that front end replaced. So if you like this video, man, go on and give me a thumbs up. I'm not a fast rider. If you guys prefer to see that, I'm sorry, man. It's just not in me. I'm not really into it. But if I go somewhere cool, I don't mind sharing it. So if you guys don't mind seeing it, then let me know below, and then we'll make something happen here with that. But for now, it's your boy Jay on the Segway, guys. I'll see you guys later. Once again, thanks for watching. And see you on the next video. See you in the next video. All right. Peace.